Question 2. We need to draw and label the region which satisfy the following inequalities. So the first thing we should do is we can turn it into equation y equals x squared minus x minus 2, and then we try and factorize it. A equals 1, b equals minus 1, c equals minus 2. And I need AC. AC will give me minus 2. Two numbers. I get 2 and 1 because if I add them together, I would get minus 1, which is this one here, minus 1. I'll get minus 1. And if I multiply them together, I'll get minus 2. So that's minus 2. So that's good. Now I can put x here and make that x. So now I can replace minus 2x plus x as minus x. So let me have x squared minus or plus x minus 2x minus 2 is still y, which means x is a common factor, so I get x plus 1, and here I got minus 2 is a common factor here. That was x was a common factor here, so I took x out, x plus 1. Now I get minus 2 x minus plus 1, because the minus, if I minus 2 times 1 will be minus 2. So there's 1 here. Okay, and then the final factors, you can see this is common factor here, that's common. And we now have x minus 2, that's what's left, and x plus 1. Set it to 0, then x will be equal to 2, x will be equal to minus 1. So these are roots now. I'm also going to be using dotted lines because I've only got less than here, greater than here. So this is greater than. If it's greater than or less than, I use dotted line. If it's greater than and equal or less than and equal, we use solid lines. Okay, second part of the graph will be I need to factorize this quadratic. To make it easier, just multiply both sides by minus. So that's minus y will be greater or equal to, sign will change if you multiply by minus. You're going to get 2x squared minus 7x minus 4. Now to factorize it, I need AC. We can see A equals 2. B, that's A here. B equals, B is minus 7. And C is minus 4. So that's minus 7. C equals minus 4. Now what do I need to do here? What I need to do is basically find AC. AC is minus 8. I need two numbers that can multiply together to get minus 8 and then add them together minus 7. So I'm thinking 8 minus 8 plus 1. Now I need to put x here, minus 8x and x. So that will give me minus 7. Minus 8x plus x is minus 7x. So I can replace that. So I get 2x squared minus x plus x minus 8x minus 4. I put the minus 8 and 4 together, it's easy to factorize. Common factor here is x, and common factor here is minus 4. So x is common, 2x plus 1, minus 4 is common, 2x plus 1. If not sure, if you multiply it out, you get that back. And if you multiply that out, you get that back. So that's good. Now, the final factors we're going to use, 2x plus 1 is common, 2x plus 1 is common. We're left with x minus 4. So those are the final factors. X minus 4 and 2x plus 1. Now, if I basically, what I need to do is set both of them to 0. These are factors. If I set them to 0, I can get the roots. So that will be x equals 4 and x equals minus a half. So if I set it to 0, move 4 to the other side, I get 4. Minus 4 to the other side, I get 4. If I set it to 0, move 1 to the other side, I get minus 1. And then divided by 2, I get a half. So the roots are these ones for that graph. And I'll be using solid line for this. Now to sketch the graph, and the x-axis. So that's the x-axis. The equation of the x-axis is y equal to 0. And this is y-axis. Equation of the y-axis, x equal to 0. Minus x minus y. Now the points I need x equals 2 and minus 1. That's when y equals to 0. So if I take this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and the y-intercept is minus 2. The intercept is here, that's minus 2. That means c is minus 2, minus 1, minus 2. So the coordinates are x is 2, y is 0, is minus 2 here. Those are the roots, those are the points, sorry, this is the intercept on the y-axis here. So intercept on the y-axis here, one of the roots and the other root. The graph is positive, so that means it's coming from the second quadrant. You see this graph is positive here, A is positive, it's plus 1, it's coming from the second quadrant. So to do that. So that's the graph. Now the second graph will be a solid line, and that graph is x equals 4 and a half, crossing at plus 4. So the intercept is plus 4, and it's a negative because a is minus 2, so the graph is upside down. It's an N shape. 4 is the point, and x equals minus a half, x equals minus a half, x equals 4. Now intercept is plus 4, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's cutting that point here at plus 4. So the roots are a half minus a half, 4, intercept on the y-axis plus 4. It's a maximum. Right, so that will be the graph. It will have, that's a solid line. So the equation for the graph will equal to 4 plus 7x. So 4 plus 7x minus 2x squared. And for the green line, x is greater than y is greater than x squared minus x minus 2. So we are looking for where that graph is greater than x squared minus x minus 2. That means where it's greater, not less. The green curve is greater here. It's greater here. All this is greater. The numerator is always greater. Well, it's on top. That's what we're looking for. The numerator is on top. The denominator is below that line. Think of the line as a dividing line. So greater means we're looking for numerator. And if it's less, we're looking for the denominator, right? So we're looking for all those things here up here. Now for the pink line, we're looking for greater than, right? So we're looking for greater or equal to this curve. So it's going to be equal to that curve, right? So we're looking for, again, greater than the curve would be all this bit here, all that bit here. Okay. So what we're looking for is all this bit here, because it's greater, it's above. Greater means numerator, so this is the numerator, and inside here is the denominator. We don't want denominator, we want numerator, so we want up here, all up here, but within the range of these two, obviously, so it's going to be all here that we want, and there. So we can shade it, what we're looking for. All this bit here, shaded here, goes all the way to infinity, because it will go all the way to infinity. So that's what we're looking for. As you can see that the one that is being shaded as white is what we're looking for. So it's very tricky. I feel like an artist, you know. Terrible art, but, and it goes to infinity, right? That goes to infinity. So the pink line is the borderline up to this point here. The green line is the borderline too. So it's not beyond the green line, it's not beyond the pink line. So if I draw it beyond the pink line, then, that's not good. I could try and erase the one beyond the pink line, so it shouldn't be. Oops. Right. So it shouldn't go beyond the pink line and beyond the green line. So whenever you're using greater than, always remember, if it's greater than, it means you want the numerator, the one above the line. And if it's less than, you want the denominator. So if you think of it that way, and you got a dividing line, the curve is a dividing line.